I'm standing in the restaurant at the Yeatman Hotel in Porto, which is owned by Taylor's. Beautiful restaurant, stunning view of Porto from the windows here. And of course, you want to choose the right wine to have with your meal. Elizabeth is the sommelier here, so it helps people to do that. How many different wines have you got to choose from when people are asking your advice at a meal?
Well, first of all, welcome to the Yeatman of Porto. We are an embassy of Portuguese white wine. So in our wine cellar, we have more than 1,000 references and 26,000 bottles. So we have a lot to suggest.
But underneath here,
yes,
26,000, my goodness.
Zero floor, we have 26,000 bottles. 82 wines available by the glass that everyone can choose.
Now, we're standing behind two tables here, and you can hear this noise coming from this furious flame and these strange tongs. What are you going to do with all of this?
Well, we are in Porto here. We have the port lodges, and today we're going to open this classic vintage port. It belongs to Taylor's Vergelas, and I'm going to put this hot tongue on the neck of the bottle to open it in a traditional way.
Now, why would you need to open it with tongs? So if you imagine, these look like the sort of things you use to brand cows or something. They're big tongs, getting very, very hot here. And then you've got your port waiting. Why not just open it with the cork?
Well, nowadays it is a little bit for show off. We like to create this a special experience about port. Usually we do it for very aged port wines. We're going to do this now only to show you the technique, to explain you the right way to do it. But you can do that with a normal
and just to think that effectively, if I understand this right, you're going to avoid having to take the cork out by cleanly breaking the bottle by using the tongs and cold water. Is that correct?
It's correct. Usually it's used in very aged port wines that have a poor natural cork. After 20 years...
So the port, it can get spongy or something?
Yes, and usually the wine can pour out. That's the reason why we're going to do this, not for this one, because it's a very young one. It's from 2001. It's only to show you how to do it, and as I was saying, just for show off. Right. Usually we do that for very old port wines.
I think we want to see you show off how this works. I'm going to walk over here because I know this is a particularly difficult, dangerous thing to do, and I don't want to be too close and put you off. So let me go out of here, and good luck.
Thank you very much.
Ready when you are.
Elizabeth, that looked really amazing, and it looked really scary. I mean, you're holding those hot tongs. Obviously, you don't want to get that wrong. But then you turn the bottle a little bit, and as soon as you pour cold water on, you can see it's a completely clean break on here. That's still warm, in fact, isn't it?
It is.
And then the bottle here, I don't know if I can turn that round to the camera there. It's completely no splinters, nothing. It's fantastic to see that happen. Do you do that very often now?
Yes, we have a special day where during the week or during the weekend, where we can open a bottle like this for our guests. Every week we open a special port for our guests to taste.
And you do it in this very traditional manner?
Yes, here at the restaurant or at the bar, we open like this.
And what do you do with it now? Does it have to come out of the bottle?
We need to decant it. That's the reason why I have this here, because this, since it is a vintage, a single quinta vintage or a classic, will create a lot of sediment on the bottom. That's the reason why I'm going to decant this wine, to separate the liquid that everyone's going to drink from the sediment of the port. Now I'm decanting the wine, and the reason why it's because I want to release all the aromas of the wine. We're talking about a wine that aged closed in a bottle, And we want to release the aromas, and I want to separate the liquid from the sediment that is created on the bottom of the bottle.
It's interesting to see the way you're pouring this now, because is that getting the air into it, the way it hits this sort of glass tube and so on?
Yes. The wine now is entering in contact with oxygen when it's being poured into the decanter, and I'm doing this in a very delicate way to guarantee that the wine is in contact with oxygen while I'm pouring it.
So because it has to sort of travel this distance,
Yes.
is that the part of, because this is an unusual, a lot of people would have a decanter that's sort of a crystal piece and so on, but
Yes.
this is quite interesting.
Yes, and I'm not going to decant it at all, because now I'm going to leave this part because we have a lot of sediment, and I'm going to show it to you.
A lot of people are a bit afraid of decanting as well, because there's the problem about going too far, getting the sediment in. Is it very easy? You make it look very easy.
And it is very easy. You can see how thick the liquid is.
It is, it's really thick, it's like muddy, isn't it?
It is, it's the sediment, it's the color of the wine that creates a complex, gets heavier and goes into the bottom of the bottle.
So always decant your vintage port.
Always.
Thank you.